The Supreme Court has released a ruling that now allows the new Texas redistricting maps to be used for next year's election. A big decision that Eye on Politics reporter Jack Fink has been looking for. Jack's joining us on the phone right now to talk a little bit more about this. Jack, this ruling has a lot of implications for a lot of would-be candidates that were waiting to see how this would play out, to see if they would run, if they wouldn't run, and for what districts. How is all of this sort of going to play out now, you think?
Well, look, this is a very big victory for Texas Republicans. They redrew this map. They did the redistricting mid-decade. These will give likely Republicans up to 5 new congressional seats in next year's midterm elections. And this all started when
Yeah, that was our Jack Fink that we were just chatting with. Obviously, lost his phone collection. But again, this is a major development now in what has sort of been a very contentious debate, not just here in Texas, but really throughout the country, because this set off efforts in other states, namely California, to redistrict their maps as well, to sort of offset what would be additional Republican seats coming out of Texas. We know that California's governor, Gavin Newsom, had also proposed his own version of what the redistricting maps would look like in California. That was something that was expected to, or is still expected to, rather, to go to the voters before they can make any decision on that. But again, here locally and throughout the state, this is something that a lot of candidates were waiting on to see if, in fact, they would continue. Jack Fink is joining us on the line once again. Jack, I was just mentioning how, this sort of ruling had offset, or set off, rather, other efforts in other states, namely California, to try and offset the seats here. But you were talking about how this is a major win for Texas Republicans.
Yes, that's right. And so the 2025 congressional maps are definitely now in place. This is basically the Supreme Court saying that Texas is correct. The state had obviously appealed the lower court ruling from the judges in El Paso, who found that
Looks like we just lost Jack for a second time here. So we can tell you that this is a story that we're going to continue to follow throughout the evening. Jack will have a whole lot more throughout the evening as well. We'll have much more information both on CBS News, Texas.com, and here online.